Hello, my name is Scott Langston, and this is the latest in a series of short videos explaining some of the therapeutic processes and procedures that I use. And this video is about solution-focused therapy, which is often called SFBT, solution-focused brief therapy. And I'm going to explain what it is and how it can be very helpful. So, as the name suggests, it's focused on solutions to perceived problems. It's focused on future orientated goals, not on what's currently wrong or what's currently missing. So, solution focused therapy is centered around the belief that people already have the strength, the resources, and the abilities that they need to solve their problems. So, rather than spending extensive amounts of time rooting around for the cause of problems, this approach emphasizes identifying the solutions, setting the goals, and noticing progress, however small. And solution focused therapy will ask, what do you want instead of the problem? What's already working, even a little bit? And how will you know when things are improving? Solution focused therapy comes from work in the 70s and 80s by Steve DeShazer and Insoo Kim Berg. And they recognized this fact that when clients ruminated on what was wrong, they very rarely made significant progress. They tended to make more progress when they focused on specific future goals and how to get there. So, some of the core principles of solution focused therapy are focusing on solutions, not problems, um, understanding why the problem is there is not always necessary in order to make progress. We recognize that the client is the expert. You are the expert on you. Um, my role as a therapist is to ask questions that help uncover that expertise, the strengths and the possibilities. Another area of focus is that small changes matter. No matter how small, constant small steps will lead us to a destination. So progress doesn't need to be dramatic in order to be effective. Change is constant. There are going to be moments where a problem is less severe or it's absent entirely, and those moments can be clues to solutions. And again, that future focus is really important, using different strategies such as visualization to see what that future looks like, and then offer motivation and skills and strategies to get there. So it's very conversational and very collaborative. There are often specific types of questions that I would ask in order to promote change. One of the central questions in the whole solution-focused therapy idea is what we call the miracle question. So suppose tonight, while you're asleep, a miracle happens, and the problem that you've come here with is solved. When you wake up tomorrow, what's going to be different? What will you notice first? What will other people see in you that makes it clear to them that this problem has gone away? What will you notice in you as you go through your day that shows you that this problem has gone away? So another technique that we use is identifying exceptions. So times when the problem was less of a problem or didn't occur. So when was it less noticeable? What were you doing differently in those moments? What does this tell you about the strengths that you have, the distraction strategies that you have? Identifying to the client that they already have the skills that can help solve this problem. We frequently ask what are called scaling questions. Scaling questions literally refer to, on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 means this problem is completely solved, and 0 means it's as bad as it's ever been. Where are you today? For example, if you give me a 6, I might ask, so what have you done today to stop it being a 5? What do you think you might have to do to make that a 7? Again, focusing on these tiny incremental steps towards a solution. The goals that we set in solution focused therapy are specific, they're positive, they're realistic, and they are behavior based. So we don't have goals such as I want to feel less anxious. We have goals such as I want to feel calm enough in the meeting that I go to today that I can comfortably attend and I can ask a question. My role in this process is very much one of the collaborative partner, not the expert, a curious listener, and a guide who's highlighting strengths and progress that's made. There's no diagnosing, there's no analyzing problems at depth. Solution focused therapy works. It builds hope and optimism. It encourages action rather than rumination. It strengthens confidence and self efficacy. It's fairly time efficient and practical, and it emphasizes what is in the locus of control for the client rather than looking at things out of our control and figuring out how to accept them. The research on solution focused therapy shows that it is effective for anxiety, depression, relationship difficulties, workplace stress, and general life transitions. Typically, a session will include clarifying the goals, exploring specific occasions when the problem was less present, identifying the client's strengths and existing resources, noticing the progress made since the last session, and planning small and achievable next steps. Sessions are often brief and very focused, and noticeable progress tends to happen fairly quickly. To summarize solution focused therapy, I think I would say something along the lines of you don't need to fully understand your problems to begin working on solutions. It helps moving you forward by recognizing the strengths that you already have, by imagining a better future, and by taking very small, meaningful steps toward change. Thank you for watching this brief explanatory video. Feel free to subscribe and like below, and please check back for further videos along these themes.